Well, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, isn't it? Beautiful, sunny, little brisk northwest day. That's an interesting little rain cloud right there, and a little ominous cloud that's just chilling. But he probably ain't gonna do nothing. He's just chilling. We do get beautiful days out here in the Northwest, I will say that. I don't like the people, I don't like liberals, I don't like the SJW PC culture. They don't call it the Seattle Freeze for nothing. People in Seattle really just stick to themselves, not very friendly. At least to my experience, man. Whenever I meet somebody cool in Seattle, they're usually not from here. They're usually from California or the East Coast or something like that. But we do get beautiful days out here, man. We do get beautiful days. We get some amazing sunsets and some amazing sunrises, I will say that. So I'm gonna walk out here into traffic for a second. And it's gonna be maybe a little loud, I don't know. But today I wanna talk about women living life on easy mode, right? So one of my last exes was the hardest breakup. Oh, look at that, gorgeous. I don't know if you guys can see that on my camera. My video camera's probably not that good, but I love these gorgeous little scenes. You know, it's the little things in life, man. I made a video way back when the pandemic first started, and I told people to you got to get out and enjoy life, man, and use the time. And I hope you guys have done it. Use the time that we're down to learn some things and to really gain some things. I don't know if you guys can not hear me because of the cars, but anyway, all right. So I was thinking about one of my exes, and probably one of the hardest breakups I've ever had to go through. The reason why was because we spent a lot of quality time together. And before that, I was just a dog. I was an asshole who was, pumping and dumping, and of course, that's what women want. They want the asshole because of their hypergamy, right? Oh, he's getting laid by a bunch of different women. He must be high value, right? This is their little hive mind, how their little hive mind brains work. Like, it's like, they can't just, hey, why don't you figure out if the guy has character? Why don't you figure out if he's intelligent? Why don't you figure out if he has, values? But no, it's all about money. It's all about how much resources he has. It's all about if other women want him, then they want you more. I remember back when I was getting laid like regularly by different girls, I was walking around with this strut, and like, yeah, you get confidence, man, when you're banging out girls left and right. You got confidence, and other girls can see it. Oh, this guy's getting laid, and they want you, and it's like, it's pretty funny. But yeah, so we spent a lot of quality time together, and that was my mistake, And if you hear me talk about any of my exes, usually that's one thing I'll bring up, is that one of the biggest mistakes you can make is spending too much time with somebody that you don't want to spend the rest of your life with, because you'll eventually catch feelings. And that was the mistake that I made. But I was kind of playing it by ear. I was kind of going with the flow, and I was like, oh, you know what, sex is good. We smoke weed, we get high together, she sucks my dick, it's amazing. And that was it. And I was like, okay, like, that's all I really wanted at that time. But then we started spending more time together, man. And the more time we spent together, obviously, the more of a bond that I in my heart was feeling. But apparently she wasn't maybe feeling that same bond in her heart. Maybe to her it was just having fun, or maybe she did kind of feel that bond. But of course, women are, emotional ninjas, where they can slip in and out of their emotions whenever they want. And men can't. We hold on to shit for years because we're so not used to being emotional. But yeah, when she left and she broke up with me, I was like, it took me a while, and I I was fine at first. I was like, okay, whatever. Like, I didn't give a shit. Because that was my whole thing back then. I was like, I don't give a shit about girls. I don't give a shit. I'm just trying to pump and dump. And it worked. That attitude was sexy and attractive, apparently. But then, like, 6 months after that, I was like, oh, shit. I miss my friend. I'm struggling. It's hard for me to find somebody else. And I miss my friend. So it's not even that it was hard for me to find somebody else. It was like, no, I miss her. You know, I want her back. Right? Tried to get her back. Didn't work. She was already with some other guy, of course. And she probably already had him lined up when she dumped me. And because that's, you know, it's what they do. They monkey branch. And hit her up. And of course, she didn't tell me she was with another guy. And, you know, chatted her up, blah, blah, blah. And finally I found out, are you with some other guy right now? So I was like, yeah, I'm at this guy's house. And some new guy, you know. And it's like, oh, okay. Right. But it made me think of how easy her life must be. Because she didn't have to work at anything. You know, I was like, all she had to do was find a guy she wanted to fuck, and then go out into days like this, beautiful sunny days, right? And just go hang out with him, have fun, suck his dick, fuck him, and that's it. That's all she's got to do. She doesn't have to do anything. You know, life is just so easy for these women. Like, guys, we gotta do everything. We have the burden of performance. We gotta hit on them. We gotta figure out our clothes game. We got to figure out, like, she wasn't even that good of a dresser. You know, she wore clothes from like JCPenney's or some shit. Like, I didn't care. You know, guys don't give a shit. Women think we do. We don't. The ones who give a shit are other women. The other women are the ones who are judging them on that shit. Guys don't. Guys don't care. Right? I didn't care that she dressed it. She dressed plain. In fact, I thought it was part of her personality. I thought it was kind of cute because it's like, she just dresses plain, you know? Like, I mean, she wasn't like the sexiest of girls, or I'm sure if she was sexier, she'd probably try to step her game up. But she dressed modestly because her looks were modest, and it made sense. And I was like, okay. So she didn't have to try hard. She didn't like spend thousands of dollars. You know, since we broke up, I've been stepping my game up and trying to, you know, buy better clothes and things like that. And I spend thousands of dollars, man, on these clothes and shoes. And because women are like that. Guys aren't. We don't care. You know, oh, you're here, your presence, you got some tits, you got some ass, you got a decent personality. Cool, let's go. That's all I need. That's all we really need, man. Guys don't care, like, oh, what kind of shoes are those? You know, oh, are you wearing these nice clothes or not? Or like, we don't give a shit, you know? It's easy to be a woman, dude. All you got to do is show up, you know? And we got these beautiful days out here in the Northwest, right? And it's just so easy. So easy. Like, she didn't have to do anything. Just show up. You know, and that's what makes the whole thing, and women know this too, that's what makes the whole thing that much more kind of messed up, is that they know this. They know they don't have to try. They know the burden of performance is on us. Women are smart, man. Don't think just because a woman is subtle, or she doesn't come across that intelligent. Don't think that they don't think about all this shit. Everything I talk about, they think about. They know it's easy on them. They know they live life on easy mode. They don't care. That's how narcissistic they are. That's how much wrapped up into their own ego and solipsism they are. They don't care. They really don't. They don't give a shit about men's plight. When it really comes down to it, they do not give a flying fuck. They really don't. It's just like Rich Cooper says. They sit around at the finish line and fuck the winners. That's it. That's all they do. That's their strategy. Pretty much that simple, you know? They just live life on easy mode, man. Everything. It's always what a man does for them, you know? And what do they bring to the table? Sex and intimacy. That's it. You know? For real. Like, think about it. Which is why, you know, it's funny. I was studying about prostitution and how experts have done the math. And if prostitution was legalized, They estimate that rape would drop by 30 to 40% if prostitution was legalized. And that just makes total sense. Like, yeah, no shit. You're not going to go rape, take the chance of going to prison if you can just go pay for a woman. But you got to question, why is it not legal? They make the claim that it's moral, but that's not it. It's financial. I was watching a Dave Chappelle stand-up show at, I think, the comedy, it's called the Comedy Club or the Laugh Factory, I forget. It was like 2009. You can look it up. But he was talking about gay marriage and how come gay marriage was not legal. And he said they try to pretend like it's about morals. It's not about morals. It's about money. It's about money because apparently, like, you know, I don't know the whole story, but, you know, if gay marriage was legal, that the marriage industry or something would lose out on a lot of money, or I don't know, some shit like that. But that's exactly the same thing for prostitution. Why is prostitution not legal? Because there's money. There's money. There's not only would you make a lot of money by locking people up, right? I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, the marriage industry would take a hit because guys don't. What do you need to buy the whole cow for if you get the milk for a small price, right? That's all marriage really is. Is like it's a long-term extended, contract to get pussy. That's all it is. When you really think about it, that's all it is. You're putting a ring on the girl's finger so you can consistently get pussy. It's not about love. If it was about love, she wouldn't care about your resources. If it was about love, you would have met her when you were 20, before you had to go work and make all that money. Then once you worked and made all that money, once you made the house, then you get the girl. That's how it works. Once you go and get the job, go and get the career, get the house, get the mortgage, then magically the girl appears. Isn't that funny how that works? And that's how it works. How many people met their future wife when they were 20 and they just stayed together? Like very few. Come on now. You know that doesn't happen that often, right? Oh, we met in college, or we met junior year of high school. We dated all through college. We were faithful to each other. We didn't cheat. We fell in love. It was all about love. Like, how often does that happen? Fucking never. Like what? 3 to 5% of all relationships, maybe. That shit ain't common, dude. So it's about money, right? So you go, you get the career, you get the house, then you get the woman. It's just like Scarface said in the fucking great movie Scarface, right? Tony Montana, Al Pacino, Scarface. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman. Right? This country is like a big pussy waiting to get fucked. First you get the money, then you get the power, then you get the woman. And it's 100% true. That's exactly right. She ain't suffering with you. She ain't in the gym with you shooting free throws. She ain't in the gym with you shooting free throws, bro. She ain't suffering with you while you're studying at college. You got to go do that shit on your own if you want a wife. Sorry. I mean, that's what it is. That's the breaks. That's how you know love isn't real. It's just a fucking term they slap on it to make themselves feel better about long-term prostitution. This is why marriages don't work. Because there's not real love. It's just an exchange of resources for intimacy. Right? That's why prostitution is illegal. Because it would seriously hurt the marriage industry. The marriage industry is a big cash cow. It's a big scam, dude. The marriage industry is a big scam. They make tons of money, first of all, on diamonds, right? It's tens of millions, I say even trillions, maybe billions and trillions of each year on diamonds. I mean, come on, right? The wedding industry, you got to pay. I think I read somewhere that the average amount that a man pays for just the wedding, not even the ring, just the wedding, is $20,000, right? If you think about it, you're paying $5,000 for the photographer, you're paying $10,000 for the catering in the venue, you're paying $5,000 for, whatever, your tux and her dress and all the amenities. The average is $20,000 for a wedding. Okay, that's a big little chunk of money. But what's even more expensive than that? Lawyers. when the divorce hits, that's when the big cash cow comes, right? So what if they just made prostitution legal, right? What would take a hit? The state would get a lot less money for the lawyers in the courts, because people would not get married as much, because you wouldn't have that, oh, I need to get married so I can get some pussy, because we know damn well women are only doling it out to the top 10%. So the rest of the guys, the average Joe, he's not getting it regularly. He's got to get married to get that regular sex, right? So, oh man, that's beautiful. Look at that. This is one thing I love. Of course, that's dirty as fuck right there. This is one thing I love about the Northwest, is we got these gorgeous, man. Imagine that just being your backyard. I don't know if you can see it on this video, but gorgeous little creek running through these people's backyard. Fucking beautiful, man. Fucking beautiful. For real. Anyway, man, yeah, man. So prostitution, dude. It's a crazy thing. I've talked about this before. It's the only reason why it's not, I mean, it is legal technically. I mean, all you got to do is say it's porn, and it's porn, and slap a video camera on it. And of course, we still do it. You know, I live in Seattle. We've got Aurora Avenue here, and there's women walking up and down it all day, every day. You know, pretty much just fucking whores right there, you know, for everybody to see. It's a common thing. We got strip clubs everywhere, and you know, dirt goes down in strip clubs. So yeah, you can get around it. You can, you know, there's definitely an underbelly. There's definitely a black market for sex in America. You know, but you know, there's no regulation unless you're in Las Vegas. There's no regulation of it. So, you know, in that case, you're taking a big risk. You could get robbed, you could get STDs, you know, all kinds of bad shit, right? So you know, I guess desperation drives men to that kind of shit. I have a friend who talks about going to strip clubs just because you know, he likes to hang out with hot women, and he feels like it gets him in a kind of good mood. And he said he doesn't even pay for lap dances. He just goes and hangs out, and they'll, you know, I've been to some strip clubs, and they'll come up and sit on your lap, and just, I mean, hot ass girls, like 10 out of 10s, right? Just come up and sit right on your lap like it's nothing, and because they want your money, man. They want a lap dance, and you end up spending like $1,000 on like 3 or 4 lap dances, and she jerks you off, and all. I mean, shit goes down, you know, on the underbelly, right? But it's not mainstream legal. So the average Joe, who's not super desperate, I mean, the average man is probably pretty desperate for pussy, if you really think about it. The average man is pretty desperate for pussy. But the average Joe is not desperate enough to risk, you know, his entire life being thrown away off a piece of pussy, right? So the average man does not have access to a prostitute in America, like in other countries. And but anyway, it's just crazy. It's crazy the you know, the lengths that we are squeezed as men. We are squeezed at every angle, man. The burden of performance is on us. We don't, you know, women don't have to do anything, and they know it. They know it, dude. But anyway, I kind of lost my train of thought. I think I'm gonna leave it there. Just wanted to get out and enjoy this beautiful day and make a little video. But yeah, I was just thinking about my ex and how easy it was in her life, and how easily she discarded me when things didn't go amazing. And oh, you hit a rough patch. Okay, well, time to trade the guy in and find somebody else. You know, find somebody who's better. Oh, this guy's got a better truck and a better house, and you know, he puts me on a pedestal a little more than this guy. And you know, it's all selfish, solipsistic shit. You know, and also someone was like, you know, why do narcissists get away with their bad behavior? And I think someone asked that on Quora the other day. I was on Quora, the little search engine. Why do narcissists get away with, you know, it's like, I don't know, man, but they do. I know that. I know they don't get karma. I know they don't get karma. I know that. My ex sure didn't get karma. She's happy as a clam in her new fucking marriage, right? You know, it's like, I don't know, man. I don't understand it. I'm going to make a video in a minute on why God made women the way he did. Actually kind of trying to work at this one a little more than my usual just talky shit. I'm actually writing some points down and thinking about it. Why did God create women the way he did? And I got some interesting points, man. But anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Appreciate you listening. Jay Lee, Northwest Podcast. Peace.